What do we do with Asfura? Which side of the track will they come? Does barriers make a huge difference in this race?
Massive. If you're drawn the slow side, you basically can't win.
Which one's the slow side? Please tell me.
That's what we'll have to figure out on the day.
Did you walk the track last year?
I did. I walked the track with Oisin Murphy.
Was it evident to work out which side of the track they'd come walking the track?
It was almost like it was like a pitchfork. It was like there were 3 lanes and then 2 complete dead zones.
Yeah, right.
And most of the winners were coming from those. So in these big handicaps, there were sort of like horses that were fan out, and then the horses that were here would end up at the back of the field.
Yeah.
And you'd have the far side, the middle, and then sort of the stand side. Again, we're all sort of fighting out the finish. So we're getting these ridiculous price winners because all the good horses were, following the front runners who weren't stopping, but then they were peeling out into the slow lane because the good horse, the weaker horses were in the fast lane. It's like, well, I've got to peel out because this thing's not stopping.
Yeah, right.
End up in the slow lane and then just stop. So with a much more consistent weather pattern this year, I think it'll be much clearer. It'll just be over to one side. Yep. And with some of the fields not going to be as big this year as well, it'll be similar. But if Asfura travels like she did first up, she's in with a chance. She's just got to finish off a race a lot better. And I think a track like Ascot, where she's probably her best distance is probably 1,100 metres. And
it's akin to an 1,200 metre race.
You always got to add an extra 100 metres on,
yep.
And that's the way a track races with a stiff uphill finish. So if she handles the finish, which she should, at being trained and prepped on the Newmarket Gallops, she's in with a good strong chance. And even Australian B grade sprinters in the past have come out and look like world beaters over there. So if you like her, she's going to be in it a long way based on just how well she travels. It's just, does she have the legs to get up the hill at the finish? Because she stopped very, very fast, despite hitting $1.51 in the run first up.
Interesting. Might be a little lay trap laying on the exchange. Just back at the price. What price did you say she was?
860 currently, 880 to lay. I imagine it should be looking better than that in the run.
Yeah, it's not a bad betting opportunity there.
And it's definitely a race to keep a very close eye on the fluctuations and who they are coming for late.
Yep.
Because this race is an astonishingly good record for late plunges and smash ups. Like Nature Strip was a huge go in this a couple of years ago, and he absolutely bolted him. Blue Point as well, when he rolled Batash, was a massive go. And Oxted as well was double figures 15 minutes before the race and ended up jumping $4.80. So Big Evs, I think, is the bet based on what he did in the Breeders' Cup when he was caught a little bit deep. So I think Big Evs is the right play.
There you go. Just on Asfura Lamb, if you're an Australian punter, there's no better place to bet on Asfura than Betfair.
Oh, yeah, it's funny. We always say that, so it can get lost in the clouds a little bit, but the Royal Ascot Carnival has always just got incredible liquidity. The pricing is always right down at just over 100%, and the bookies, given they don't know a whole lot, they're always sitting out there at 125%. They don't really try and go too much lower. So you're doing yourself a massive disservice betting with anyone but the exchange, especially around the Royal Ascot time.
Especially with Australian runners, because the corporates here in Australia keep these. They know that the $50, $100 punters, the recreational clients, will be taking a bet for loyalty reasons and patriotic reasons on the Australians. So they can price this for as short as they want, basically, and they'll still get some money. But in the UK, you're betting into UK world pools, so you're actually taking global money, and it's almost the opposite.
Yep.
They would rather back the locals than an Australian horse to get a much better price than the exchange.
And the other thing I should mention is the commission on UK racing is half of what you get on Australian racing.
Don't mention the war.
Yeah. So you're always gonna get a better rate.
What's gambling really costing you? For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website.